Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you about today?
Spoon.
Beseku.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Ba.
Spoon.
Skibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment.
Kuwa. Beseku kudileo. Kuwa kudileo.
On the spoon to get
Yes,
your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station. Spoon television.
When you lose, I am not aware of the party that won this election. I am not aware of their characteristics that will make them to accept election result with 17,000 difference. And history will remember you for keeping the peace of this country. We are here to celebrate the young people. Some call you militant and some call you youth. We want you to know that the opposition is poised to work together and to capture power together. There will be temptation for you to be violent. There will be temptation for you to disrupt the peace of the country. Don't fall for that temptation. Your leader has proven to be a peaceful person, and he has gained the admiration of the whole world. He's now an example of peace everywhere in the world, and therefore you are obliged to continue to carry that torch. We want to assure you that there are noise all around about Phonatic Kofa. Fly that fly around cannot tell Phonatic Kofa. Look, let me tell you this. The reason why we have a functional government today is because we have a speaker that is leading because he loves Liberia. If Phonatic Kofa said no, we would not have a budget. If Phonatic Kofa said no, this government would not function. And they are aware of that. But when you are somewhere and people are trying to make themselves happy, and some people are being corrupt and going around collecting $5, say they come and move the speaker, I'm telling you now that even 25% of the legislature cannot vote against Phonatic Kofa. So, Mr. Chairman, your leadership and your representation of the opposition as leader of the legislature is secure, is protected, and anybody whosoever attempt to disrupt the legislature, that person will be disrupting the state. If you fire one shot at the House of Representatives, we will fire at the Senate, we will fire at the Executive Marshal. At the end of the day, the Liberian people have made a decision. They decided that the two big parties must divide the government. One person go to the marshal and one person stay in the Capitol building. If you attempt to change that, that means you want to change the outcome of the election, and we'll help you to change it. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The people decided through a coalition. Can you imagine, my people? Can you imagine United Party losing 17,000 votes and accepting result before it is announced? You have done that. Don't let nobody take that glory from you. My young people, remain peaceful. To be militant, it means to stand up for your right. It means also to respect the right of the people who disagree with you. Let us respect one another's view. Let us stay in the opposition. And CDC leadership, Mr. Chairman, the honor is on you. The opposition, you are the leader of the opposition. How you conduct yourself is how the opposition will fare. If you want yourself to take off
for any institutions, I do not speak for any group. I speak as a senior citizen of the Republic of Liberia and a dynamic political leader over the period of time. I came here today because it is important that someone say clearly to the powers that be that Liberia is not a soccer field where you can come and play your games. I want to take my first note from the attempt, the unscrupulous attempt. Thank you very much. Tell partisans, please be quiet, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I want to take my cue from the unscrupulous attempt to undermine the national legislature by attempting to undermine the position of the Speaker. I want to sound out a warning to Mr. Boka and his national leadership under the Unity Party that touch not the Lord's anointed and do our prophets no harm. I want to repeat, touch not the Lord's anointed and do our prophets no harm. We want to also remind Mr. Boka that we have not spoken for the past few months. It is not because we are contented. It is because we are despondent with the manner in which he's conducting the affairs of our state. The people of this country elected him under the guise of encouraging him to do something better for the citizens of our country. They have failed to do that in the last 6 months. Rather, President Boka has surrounded himself with a bunch of unscrupulous again bureaucrats of the old order, unscrupulous bureaucrats of the old order, who are entrenched underachievers in the political corridors with Lebanese and East Indian traders. They have informed us of most of you going around soliciting money and funds to undercut government programs and projects. We will begin to expose all of you.
Use editions for being very resilient and for keeping the party alive. The CDC remains supreme. The party remains supreme. I want to recognize our dynamic chairman, the membership and the leadership of MOVE. I'd like to recognize the leadership and the membership of the CD.
Imagine the Johnson Bill quota. Imagine homes. Imagine homes. This is a quota. Imagine homes. Homes are currently growing underwater. This is the first of its kind for me to see this on the Johnson Bill Road. Seriously. Yeah. That one with baby I just like. Mama, you know how you are. With baby I just you say yeah. I can swim, you swim, I swim, you go on here, go on here. Yeah.
Okay, folks, thanks again for joining us. Many thanks to all of you across the world for being here tonight on another edition of the program. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. We are here live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5 FM. Many thanks to the folks across the internet for being here tonight as well on YouTube. Spoon Talk Live on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. It's a great way to start the show tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming on. Kindly share the program as you join us tonight. Let's have a great show. A lot to talk about. So many things happening in the country. And this is where we bring you up to speed with respect to the happenings and bring you critical analysis from the diverse panel here every single night. So again, welcome to the program. My name is Nelson Collet, and we're going to bring you the updates and of course, moving to our conversation for tonight. But before doing that, let me recognize a few of you in the comment section. All of you joining us tonight. Please share the show as you come on. I see Tommy Jr. Tommy Jr., thanks for being here. You say we're here. Yes, we're here, Tommy. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Gabriel Louise, we appreciate you tonight. You're joining from Guapolo County. I see Eric McGill. Mr. McGill, thanks for joining us tonight. Madam Marcia Snelling, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Amos Sengwe. Hope I got your name right. Thanks for being here. Godwin, we adore. My brother, thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Hepko Kasi, an ardent follower of the show. We appreciate you for being here tonight. My own sister, Nurse Fit, thanks for being here. We appreciate you tonight. Thanks for joining us. Banners Davis, we appreciate you tonight. Ojuku Temwe, thanks for being here. Darlington Masakwa is here as well. I see Lofty Bondo. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Duke, Natana K. Hill, Bob Gizzy. Thanks for being here tonight. Nathan Bonar, we appreciate you for joining us. Daniel Giddings Kekula is here tonight. Thanks for joining us on a Friday evening from Monrovia. Well, it depends on where you are. But I want to appreciate all of you for joining us tonight. I see every single person here tonight. 2046. Come on. But yes, we appreciate you for being here tonight. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Tamba Gbese. Thanks for joining us tonight. So let's have a great conversation. A lot to talk about. Today is a beautiful day here in Monrovia. Every single J. Alaska Peters, thanks for joining us tonight. Samuel Woma. Yeah, Tommy Jr. Yeah, Tommy, we always appreciate you for joining us. Alfred Konowa. You know, I don't know the energetic man coming on the show with tonight. But when you see Alfred laughing the way he's laughing in the background, the man coming with fire. But the fire he coming with, I don't know whether the fire for CDC or for the Unity Party he supported on this platform for so many months, telling the Liberian people across this country, oh, you vote for our papi. The papi get a solution. I don't know whether that fire for your own papi or for the seditious. We're gonna bring Alfred on. We're gonna bring the rest of the team on, and just to let it out, because they already started attacking me on the other show on Spoon Talk. We're coming by here. They blew away. It coincides with the CDC program. And where they blew in solidarity with the with the setback to come back. I see a lot of people, so it means that those started attacking me on that issue. I know the minute all the higher men are coming to net, they won't bring. They blew that different blue. I beg you. But welcome to the show, everyone. Let me bring Alfred on. Alfred, thanks for joining us tonight, man. It's good to have you on. It's been a while.
Thank you so much, my brother. I'm excited to be here tonight. It has been quite a while since I left the show, and I have not been regular.
I think since after the graduation, right?
Yeah, since the graduation, I've not been regular with the show. In fact, I changed
a lot of things going on.
Yeah, so a lot of things happened in that interim. So as a result, I will be in and out.
Yeah,
but it's good to be here tonight.
It's a great thing to have you here tonight. You know, I saw you come in with that energy, and I was concerned as to whether the energy is for the CDC or is for the very side you supported. But it's a good thing we're here tonight. So many things happening in the country. I think I should just bring the updates here quickly, and then we're going to move into the rest of the show. Today is weekend, and today is weekend. And you know what I mean when I say today is weekend. So we hope we can be here for an hour or two. Let me bring Charles on. Charles, welcome to the show.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me.
Let me bring Charles on. Charles, welcome to the show. No, Charles, there's something on. There's something playing.
Thank you for having me.
Let me bring Charles on. Charles, welcome to the show. No, Charles, there's something on. Okay, so I think Charles will. So Charles, if you're listening to me, I think something is playing in the background. Either there's another gadget or something. Just yeah, just turn down the volume or turn it off completely. Sometimes your TV is on, and so thank you for being here. So many things happening. I think you're okay now, Charles. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can definitely hear you.
Okay, thank you. So let's start the show. We're here tonight. A lot has been going on in the country. It's been raining heavily here in Monrovia. It's been a rainy day. Flooding situation has been all around the country, and I don't know, but for some reason, uh, Liberian just got caught up in this. I mean, you can see here, for example.
Imagine the Johnson Biokota.
That's on the main road. On the main road, we say on the quota, the asphalt pavement where the cars should be passing. Now, come to think of, you can imagine the number of homes that are in the community of the road and all of that.
Well,
but
this is what it looks like when it rains just a little bit. All the gutters have been rerouted down to us here, from right here, from Omega, so the whole place turns into a river. If you look as far as the eye can see, nothing but river. Everybody who built fence over there, it's massive river. The community got to put together and we dig a massive gutter if we want to live here, or else it will be impossible. All the houses behind here, they're all flooded. Anything back here is all flooded. They're talking tens of thousands of dollars just to protect a small piece of land in the swamp.
So there you have it from another location. And we're informed that a good number of Liberians, as we speak, thousands of Liberians, are homeless. They're displaced right now. Some people are finding shelter in churches. And there's a huge call for the government to intervene in disaster management agency, the Red Cross, and other institutions. But again, when you talk about this, some of the very institutions that are clothed with the responsibility to address these kinds of issues will highlight how underfunded they are, the need for adequate fundings to be allotted to them, and it's like trying to fix it at one end and then it's opening at another end, and they are just competing priorities, everything just that way. But this is where we are. Thousands of Liberians are homeless right now as we speak. And yes, CDC had a program today. Some very important things were said. And Chairman was at the program today. He was in attendance. Interestingly, the CDC standard bearer, former President George Weah, wasn't there. Senator Sarah Joseph wasn't there as well. But you saw the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the 55th Legislature. He was there, and a lot. Chief Siri Allen. Lots of things were said. We're gonna make some analysis around some of those comments, but Chairman Belete, on the other hand, in the first place, Representative Gray called Chairman Belete a sedition. He said, this man is here. Chairman Belete, you are a sedition. So as a sedition, we want to say welcome. Was it right to call him a sedition? And he didn't say yes. he didn't object. He didn't make a comment. So if he was a sedition, how come then he found himself in the Liberty Party? How come he found himself with Mr. Cummings? Was those assertions, were all those assertions that were made, were those people right? The legs of Daniel Sando, who is now the the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information, Senator DeLong, at some point, when it got very heated in the Liberty Party. And some of the stars of the Liberty Party were saying that someone was planted in that party to destabilize things and get them off balance. Were they right? Was he the person they were referring to? Was that a confirmation from former Representative Akaras Gray of District Number 8, Montserrat County, when he called him a sedition and welcomed their fellow sedition back on board? This conversation about the removal of the speaker is still ongoing. There are 2 blocks in the House of Representatives right now. The Unity Party missed out on the opportunity they had to get hold of the speakership. Perhaps they did not play the game well, and it landed in the hands of Speaker Kofa now. The folks from the CDC see this as an opportunity for them. At least they lost the presidency, but they have somewhere to start from, the speakership. They have hold of the speakership. Now, in the midst of the back and forth, the conversation that's going on with the removal of the speakership, Chairman Benedict says something very important today, which I want every Liberian to listen to. He said, fly. Fly. Even the fly will not touch the speaker. If you fire one shot at the legislature, will fire at the Senate and will fire at the executive mansion. What did he mean when he said we'll fire at the Senate, we'll fire at the executive mansion? The executive mansion is not a place where somebody can just go and influence anybody to remove the president. Was he talking about possible impeachment efforts? Since in fact they are at the first branch of government where impeachment processes will start from? Well, so many things are happening in Liberia. But folks, I want to say welcome to the show. It's going to be a great show tonight. Let's have the conversation. The absence of the chairman, the George Weah, the arrowhead, the absence of the deputy speaker, Thomas Fala, the absence of Senator Sir Joseph, Montserrat won, the number 1 senator in the entire country, is having a protein in terms of order and all of that. He wasn't there today, the Ebola hero. But let's do our opening and then we can move on with the rest of the show. I want to welcome everyone tonight. Please share the program as you come on. It's going to be a great conversation tonight. I see Charles is on tonight with a military outfit. It's like he wants to fire back at the firer, and then it's going to be a firing conversation tonight. But Alfred, take your 1 minute and do your opening tonight, sir. Let's hear you.
Well, thank you again, Nelson. I think you did a brilliant job to open the show this way. I think we want to, first of all, say thank you to our viewers and our listeners via radio in Liberia and the diaspora. We want to say thank you for joining tonight. I had 2 things on my mind this evening, and I would like to open with one that has to do with the debate last night between we'll come to Liberia, but I just want to be in the politics a little bit of the United States. I think it was one of the horrible debates ever in American electioneering history. The guys from the 2 political parties did not do that due diligence, given the fact that, the pollings about who should be the next president of this country continue to dwindle. Trump is not seen to be an effective alternative to Biden, whereas Biden is being heavily criticized and cautioned about his age, and that was displayed last night in the first 3 minutes of the debate, where he was seemed to be fickle. His voice was cracking. The strategy the guys thought would have worked. That he was going to display some level of strength in terms of his agility. The Democratic Party thought that President Biden would have showed some level of strength, but last night speaks to the many criticism, and many, conversation within the election process about his age and that he might not be able to carry on for the next 4 years. However, Trump, on the other hand, was more or less of a liar. He lies throughout his presentation, even though he showed some strength about, his voice was good, his level of posture, was good, but most of the accusation and the counter accusation that he was putting up was so light. There was nothing. He was not basing his conversation on any kind of.
It depends, and it depends on where you sit. That can be a whole conversation for another day. It depends on where you sit, and this is politics. And Alfred as an individual, will carry on his own grading. You will do your own grading, your own rating of the respective individuals based on where you sit. and that's just about it. If you were to ask Charles right now, Charles will have something else to say. If you were to ask Mobile will have a complete different version. If you ask Amy will have a different version. But I think that was a great opening. we've gone a little bit into it, but we're gonna have a conversation around that. I thought that is very important as well. But you want to just end up, and then we can get.
Yeah. So coming to Liberia, I think it's a sad day for our country. It just speaks to the level of weakness in our governance system, in our institutions. When this kind of natural phenomena is about to happen, we are aware. We have to wake up. We have to make sure that we are training our human resources expertise to be able to. I mean, on the radio, for example, they kind of heavy rain are falling. There's no weather forecast in the country to alert the people about the different incidences that will be occurring in terms of flood, which part of the city that will be flooding, so that people living in that area can begin to prepare themselves. It gives the government some leverage to be able to deal with it because they know exactly what will be happening. Unfortunately, our country, we are so behind time. And when this thing happens, you see people are vulnerable. I was so much heartbroken when I saw the video from the Johnsonville end, where you see the woman with the young baby in her hand, they're trying to leave the house. I was so much heartbroken because if these people were informed enough to tell them that by this hour this will happen, they will move to higher ground. So that the thing that we're seeing right now with people in their house say they can't even leave, they will be able to prepare themselves. Unfortunately, we don't have that in our country. It's so pathetic.
Thank you. Charles, you want to go ahead? Your opening?
Yes. Let me say thank you to the both of you, Alfred and Nelson. And let me also welcome our many followers around the world. And also, most especially our people in Liberia. It actually hurt my heart to see our people going through what they're going through with this inherent occurrence. Is sad. It's very, very, very much pathetic to see our people going through what they're going through. But again, people shouldn't play politics out of these issues. It's natural, it's real. That's something that no one can escape. The flood, the rain is not me, or it's not Joseph Boaga, it's not Joguia, it's not anybody who said let the rain come. And so people shouldn't play politics about it. It's just that our government need to do the right things, put the right things into place, do the right things for our people to live in a very good atmosphere. With that, my brother Alfred talked about the politics in America. That's something that we all follow. I just don't want to, like you said, Nelson, is a whole kind of different kind of topic. I personally have a kind of different perspective when it comes to that. And so I don't want us to dive into that because we are here most primarily because of Liberia. And so I want to say to our people out there, we sympathize with you. All of those dunkling and moving on the rocket roll, the muddy roads and things, we feel for you. We understand what you guys go through. And so with that, we are here again to discuss Liberia and discuss Liberia honestly with no political affiliation. Thank you, and that's it. I give it back to you.
Yes, thank you very much for your input. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you, and let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Vasco joins from this very location only on weekends, and the information I've gathered about this location is not too good. This particular place where he joins from.
But that's it, you got
This
problem.
location,
That's it, you got
no,
serious.
no, you see where that man joining from? That place? Oh my God!
That's it,
Vasco
no,
knows
that's it,
what
you
I'm
got
talking
issue.
about. The information I gathered about that particular spot is not good. I think it's not a good place for
Let
Vasco.
it man speak for himself
on
now.
the weekend. But Vasco, welcome to the show. However, you here, welcome.
Why you
Thank
better,
you.
Vasco? Why you
Thank
better?
you, Nelson. You know, we can wear hat on the show as I can give me the permission. I'll get my beret right now and wear it. Cause today, you know that today is like reawakening of our party. So I wear my hat. My hat ain't right yet, but I know we got rules on the show. That's why I'm not wearing it. Nelson, this is my basement. And Saturday, I don't work on Saturday. I don't work on Sunday. So Friday, the reason why you don't see me in this basement, during the week, I go to work. So once I come home, I go straight in my room. I do the show from my room. But tomorrow I'm not working, so I'm down here.
About this basement, there's something about this basement. You know, this is where you carry on all of your clandestine activities. Anyway, but just
This
do your
is
opening, Vasco.
Thank you, Nelson. First of all, I want to say hi to everybody, everyone that's watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and the people that are listening to us on the radio in Liberia and around the world. So, I mean, today is a happy day for us with Sedition because many thought that our party was dead, and we keep letting people to know that CDC is a grassroots party. This party is the people's party. Yesterday, we may have lost election, but that is not the end of us. We are coming back stronger than ever before. And today, people saw it. That's the reason why everybody discussing us today. People said, oh, it should rain. Let the rain come. But you see, the party is a party that controlled by God. So when you want to harm God's children, and you want to do things to make God's children to look, bad, you're doing it to another people. And we saw what happened today in Liberia. We saw the disaster. Because people were praying for rain to come. I saw people all want to play, oh, it will rain. You thought you were doing it to sedition. Seditions, we don't care about rain. You saw us today. Under the rain. Even some people that went to that program today, their houses got flooded. But they had a place to go and ease their mind. That was to go and be part of the program. So I just want to tell them,
Look, Vasco. Are you saying that some people houses were on the waters, but they needed to stress free their minds, and so why your house
there's
on the
nothing.
water, you go to the party headquarters to go dance and do muya
The party are gonna be all the host people that are homeless tonight. The party are gonna be all the host them. They don't have anywhere to go, so they have to go to their party and identify with them. At the end of the day, we'll be able to get those people. Some of our parties are homeless. They will be down there. until we can find solution, because the government has no answer to this. Like
Okay,
I always say, let me end like this. I know other people have different view. Like I can always say this. This is not normal. This is not just a normal flooding situation. This is what the men of God talk about. This is what this man talk about. This man, the man of God, told us that if you elect,
who men of God?
President Joe, we are.
the man of God, I see you the recording, Nelson. You don't want to play this recording. They will kind of
But Vasco, on a serious note, there are people right now who are sleeping in the open. Hey, you want to bring men of God prophecy about calamity? I know that calamity is driving to small.
no matter,
Vasco,
no
should we?
matter what is the situation, I want all Liberians to hear this. Prophecy is not something to play with. We play with prophecies too much in our country, and this is the result. From the very day the president was giving an inaugural speech, he fainted. It have never happened before in our country. And that is the calamity we talk about. So everything you see happening with the fire, the water, now the fire subsided, the water is coming. Those places that you saw water today, it have never happened before. Never.
Vasco, what are some of the places that water?
I
Nelson,
posted
2
my
seconds,
Jabata
please.
video. My Jabata says since he been living in our community, this is the first time for water to take over. Johnsonville, lot of community in the country. Today is the first time. Every June we get a 3 days rain. I don't know any of you know that, but in June there is a rain we call it 3-day heavy rain. That 3-day rain will come, but there will be nothing like this what we saw today. And then rain, it wasn't a rain. It wasn't a rain that came down the whole day. No, but we saw what happened. Other people say, "Oh, people built on the other." Okay, so 12 years ago, people didn't build on the other way.
So in conclusion,
this is the calamity we talk about, and until this man can be taken from the back of the Liberian people, we will experience more of this situation, because when the wicked rule, the people.
That's let me say something.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Thank you, Vasco.
Let me say two. Let me give some
Mary,
No, man, we just making opening
Mary,
statement.
you're having a conversation and we're hearing everything you and the guy saying.
Yes.
So you just have to mute, why you have Yeah, now you muted, but you weren't muted at first. But welcome to the show, Mary. Charles, you wanted to say something for a few seconds, and we'll bring Mary to do an opening.
Yeah, just something really, really quick. Again, let me inform the public and the panelists on this show. This military jacket you see on me does not represent CDC. It does not represent CDC. No means possible at all. I just plan and purpose to wear this militant today. And
Thank you.
Because I having it, don't think I'm a seditious. I am not a seditious. I'm not.
No, but Charles, on a serious note, someone said you're a seditious, but you're just hiding it and trying to be objective. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. You can be a seditious, whichever party. Everyone.
I'm not a seditious. CDC I don't use my office if they want me to be in that party. But for now, I'm freelancer.
Okay, thank you. Mary, you want to do your opening quickly?
What is this thing about? I'm a seditious. I'm a UPIS.
You're a Liberian.
PUP. I'm a Liberian. I'm everything. I once campaigned for CDC in 2017. So there's nothing wrong with that. Being a seditious. Well, Nelson, it's good to be here today again. It was great listening to my brother Vasco talking about all the calamity that going on in the country. But for me, I'm here to discuss the issues, serious issues going on in the country, and I'm looking forward to the discussion.
Thank you very much. And I just want us to start up like this. And the flood issue is a very important one. We're gonna end up with that. We're gonna end up with that whole conversation around the flooding thing and all of that. But interestingly, Vasco, yesterday we were here, we put your picture up, we put other Star Wars of the CDC picture up about this setback to come back, or is it come back to setback, right? Yeah, and all of that. But in the midst of all of the publicity, the encouragement and everything, let's talk about the absence of the president. Should that ring any bell to anyone? Should that be of concern to anybody listening to us tonight? This is for 3 days. You want to turn the setback to comeback, but the president, the arrowhead, wasn't present. He wasn't visible today. Plus, the deputy speaker, he wasn't present today as well. One of the strong men, one of the influential persons in the CDC, Senator Sir Joseph, wasn't present today as well. The Ebola hero, the man who donated the container, that consignment of medical supplies in Grand Bazaar when we went to interview, they started dealing with all that. He wasn't present. So what's going on, Vasco? Should this is there something here that Liberians should capture? What sort of message does it send? I mean, let's hear from you first, Vasco. Then we're gonna go around the table. Since you are from there, you and the former president, everybody in the same chat room. Let's hear from you.
Yeah,
is there any reason why Liberians should be concerned?
Nelson, I mean, the first thing you should look at, the first question we should be asking ourselves here, was the program successful today? Yes.
No, we're going to come to that other aspect. But the absence, is there any reason why Liberians should be concerned? Especially the people who were called, who were encouraged to get in the ring today, to go out there and support the CDC. Is there any reason why they should be concerned?
Nelson, the president left the country before we even planned this program. And we know when our president will be returning. So we had it at the back of our mind today that the president won't be present.
Okay.
And he spoke through a telephone conversation with Mangel to say hi to his people. Thomas Fowler right now is in Lofa County. That's why today, maybe I said, don't know. Thomas Fowler was just on the radio 2 days ago on Freedom FM, pertaining to the situation that happened in Lofa County. And but those same guys that were involved in the killing of sedition, because the seditions in Foya, they've been planning to have a peaceful protest. So he has to be in Lofa County to control those people. You don't want them to because the 3 guys that were involved in the killing, that read the top part, but I can say no names, to be leaders in Foya. So they sent communication, Thomas Fowler sent communication to the Senate that these people shouldn't be confirmed. If the Senate don't listen and confirm these people, there will be serious consequences in Foya. So Thomas Fowler spoke for almost 15 minutes on Freedom FM. So I don't want anybody to be thinking that.
But is there any reason why Liberians should be concerned? I mean, the arrowheads, the people who encourage Liberians to get out there,
Nelson,
they themselves were not there.
Nobody should be concerned if you should even be afraid. Liberians should be afraid that CDC were out to bring people together without the most powerful man in the country, George, we are us absent.
Okay.
Absent.
Thank you. And I want us to do this.
Absent. Sir Joseph, all of Morovia. He wasn't in Morovia today.
Thank you.
But y'all know we got a 3-day program. So
thank you. Let's hold you there. Let's hold you there quickly, Vasco. Marie, let's hear from you.
What was exactly the question, Nelson? I'm sorry.
Is there any, I know. But is there any reason why Liberians should be concerned about the absence of the major players, some of the key players from this very event that Liberians are encouraged to be a part of today?
For me, I don't think there's a reason. You had people like Funati Kofa was there, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Kofa is playing a smart political game, so he had to be there. The House right now have majority seditions, so in order to get their support, he have to be in that area. As for Honorable Fala, I will wait and hear the reasons why he wasn't present, but I wouldn't go with Vasco's story. Because one thing you need to understand, when they say CDC, they say Thomas Fala. Those are CDC major politicians. And I can only hope that Honorable Fala, as the honorable man that I know him to be, that he's coming to the realization that CDC probably does not represent him and represent what he wants for his people. So I would support him wholeheartedly if he were to exit the CDC like Moluba Molu did, because the idea of pushing forward this whole militancy and not trying to alleviate the people from poverty it doesn't make any sense to me. Now, see, if CDC really wants to be serious, if CDC wants to show the people that CDC means well for you, they can start right now. They don't have to have the House of Executive. They have more power. They have more power than the executive mansion does right now. They have more people in the legislature. Why are they not putting forth things that the Liberian people can see the tangibles and say, you know what? Who did this sedition lawmaker? Who did this sedition lawmaker? Then the Liberian people will know, you know what? It's necessary that we bring CDC back. Well, what message are they going to give to the people right now to bring CDC back when they have the most power? Joseph Barker can't do anything to their lawmakers in the House right now, but their lawmakers can remove Joseph Barker. They have all this power and they're not applying it. Why? Because they want the people to stay that way till 2029 so that they will be able to get the people's support. CDC is not a party that wants to alleviate the people from poverty. All they want to do is to control the people and keep them where they are. They came with the mantra of pro-poor when Josh Weah came as a young football player from Gibraltar. Come 2029, what mantra can they come with now to convince the Liberian people that yes, this person sees your pain, they know what you're going through, and they're here to help you, when they had the opportunity to do so 6 years ago and they did nothing?
Okay. So thank you, Mary. Let's hear from you on this, Alfred. Your thoughts.
You know, almost I can say 17 years ago when I was staying in high school, I read a book called Things Fall Apart. And in that book, there was a famous quote about Okonko. And he said, he that washes his hand clean shall eat with kings. What is the legacy that President Weah left back that Liberian people will look at to say, yes, this is a legacy? I'm talking about signature legacy, you know, that we can all be proud of as Liberians. The last time I checked, the only thing I know that these guys left was a country that is looted, a country they left for the people, they left the people hopeless, and few of them they stole from the country. That's all we can see. All right. So my brother can sit down here. Look, the whole thing about CDC coming out today for me, you know, they missed the mark. In political communication, there is something they call strategic messaging, where you as a politician, you look at your voting block and see what the people want. and you dive into what they want, and then preach that message to them because that's what they want. Unfortunately for the CDC, they come out, they can't tell, set back for comeback. Set back for comeback. Comeback where? Comeback where? Do you know the amount of people that these people frustrated in our country, including citizens that are frustrated, that some of them don't even have the face to stand to say, yeah, we are proud of ourselves of what we did. So you can see it from Akara's Moses Gray. Akara Moses Gray looking at Musa Hassan Belete. That he wanted upon the time call him a spy. He said that the man today he call it sedition. I think in my mind,
well, you know, we're gonna come to that aspect. Listen, I don't want you to jump the gun. Let's take our time with this conversation, Alfred. We're gonna come to that aspect. Welcome to the show, Emmy. But go ahead. Take your 30 seconds to conclude. Alfred.
So for me, the so-called coming out today were more or less of some people who want to show themselves. They'll say, yes, we are still here. But the reality is, you can see. I think another thing too that is interesting to note here is that the card that is being played by Funati Kofa. Funati Kofa is a very strategic.
We're coming to that aspect. It's part of our discussion. We're going to come to that aspect. But thank you. Let's hear from you quickly. Just 1 minute on this one, Charles, and Emmy. You can take your 1 minute on this one. Then we elevate the conversation. What do you think? Is there any reason why Liberians should be concerned about the absence of some of the arrowheads, including the number one big man in the party, from this activity today? Vasco, I know you're shaking your head, but yes, it's no doubt. He's the most influential in the party, but he was absent. And then you talk through telephone to tell the people, say, oh, but go ahead, Charles, let's hear you.
So, again, they're saying, I want to first of all say that, everybody, all humans, we have our own agenda. We have our own plans. We have our own things that we put into place at a certain point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with the absence of George Weah, the absence of Tomo Fala and those people, we are assuming, we are in a stage of assumption right now, wherein we don't know the main reason, even including what Vasco tell us on this platform. I personally don't believe it. And so, with what
Vasco gave excuses for all the people that were absent today. He gave
no. I'm being real now. I just being real right now. What Vasco stated on this platform tonight, as it relates to the absence, I Charles Theophilo took a Thomas Wizard from I don't believe it.
Thank you.
Yeah, my daughter, I mean, I say, why?
For your one.
You're not in my party.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So
they have their own reasons. Thomas Fala might come out and say something different from what Vasco just told us.
Thank you.
George might come out and say something different from what Vasco told us. But again, I just want I want us to be like open on this topic as it relates to the absence. The issue about them gathering is something that any political party can do, guys. Let us be objective. And, let us be fair. Whether the rain, whether 10 people were there, who went there, whatever, those are people that are invited. If they decide to show, if I have in my program and I tell Nelson, oh, my man, come to my program, and you ready to come, you can be from whatever division. You can be from the government, you can be from the party, you can be from and whatever party. If I drive my program and I invite you, Nelson, it's your decision to come or not. And so if you come,
or if you came to the party, I'm having my birthday party or I'm having my wedding. I invited you, Charles, but you came and you didn't see me at my own birthday party.
No. Here's the thing now. CDC is an institution.
For any reason.
No, hold on. CVC is an institution, right? The institutions have a standard bearer, has a secretary general, has this person, has that
leadership structure.
It has leadership structure.
Yeah.
So it was not Joria who was sending letters around. The secretary general is charged with the responsibility for all communication that leave the party to go to whatever institution or to whatever individual. So the secretary general was charged with the responsibility to send letters out. So when he sent the letter out to Nelson and he invited Nelson to their program, if Nelson comes, fine. If Nelson doesn't show up, okay, Nelson has his own reason why he's not showing up. So it shouldn't be tied to why this person is not there. And you know, I don't know, but for me, that's just how I see it.
Thank you. I don't know who put a CVC to your name, but that's a good one. Thank you, Charles.
No, who did that?
Nothing. Let's hear you.
Can you take that out, please?
That is a good look.
No. Take that out, please. I beg you, take that out.
The guy wins every time.
Charles, why are you hiding for your identity? Why are you hiding?
No. Nelson, take that out, please. I beg you, please.
Let me make a point. Anyway, since you said you didn't put it there, I will remove it. But I don't know how you got there.
Yeah,
but let me go ahead, make your point.
Thank you.
Oh my, yeah. So how you doing, you guys? Hi everyone in the comment section. Really, Nelson, this is not really something that I want to waste my time on. Even the people that did not show up. Can I finish, please?
No, I think you said you didn't want to.
Yeah, but at least let me just end my thoughts before each other. Just say okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so the people, in my opinion, anybody can have a party. They want to show off, and they to show what I don't know, but yeah, they were there, and the person that they trying to make the come back or whatever. If he wasn't there, he himself know it was foolishness. So, I mean, what else can we be talking about here? It's let's find some good topics that affects the Liberian people. Let's talk about it instead of having some show up and showing up for no reason. Campaign violation, by the way. We're still in 5 years and some months to go before campaign open. So I think the issue. Let's move on, Nelson. Got nothing to say to this.
But this is important. I want to do this. Let me see my stuff here. Okay. So this is the former lawmaker. This is the former lawmaker of district number 8. I want to bring something in here. Okay, so this is it for the okay. So hope I got this one. Okay. I want us to listen to this just a bit. Listen to this, and then we'll come to the next aspect of this. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, you have no choice. Mr. Speaker, you have no choice. You have a responsibility to fight on. Amanda! I've been wishing I gave me 5 minutes. You see the people? They are the popular mandate of the Liberian people. Amanda! With all the stand up here, with the ring. Amanda! They cannot usurp the function of the legislature. They cannot usurp. Amanda! The reason why the militants are speaking to you today, and there's no ratified loan agreement. Mr. Chairman, if the majority will walk or embark on the session and become the disruptor internationally,
I want to say to all citizens here today, power is not given, power is taken. The CDC will take power 2029 constitutionally and democratically. Get ready to. So my other platform today, it was a joke. But where I stand today is where we all stood. Some of you who are 20 years old today, at this moment,
Party.
Coalition for Democratic Change, President Weah, our distinguished Speaker and highest ranking official in government of the Mali Coalition for Democratic Change and members of the CDC Legislative Caucus, our distinguished chairman, Secretary General, and members of the National Executive Committee of the Congress for Democratic Change, the chairman of the Liberty Party, Honorable Musa Hassan Bediti, our distinguished chairman of the Legislative Caucus of the Coalition for Democratic Change, chairman emeritus of the Mali Coalition for Democratic Change, Honorable Nathaniel Falo Magiu, our veteran and member of the Governing Council, chairman emeritus of the great.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and lovers of peace, today is the destiny of fate. Today is a new Liberia born, and for this, I'm very pleased to be invited here.
Amanda! This lecture, I just want to tell CDC that the peace of the country, the peace that Liberia enjoys today is because of you. When you lose, I am not aware of the party that won this election. I am not aware of their characteristics that will make them to accept election result with 17,000 difference. And history will remember you for keeping the peace of this country. We are here to celebrate the young people. Some call you militant and some call you youth. We want you to know that the opposition is poised to work together and to capture power together. There will be temptation for you to be violent. There will be temptation for you to disrupt the peace of the country. Don't fall for that temptation. Your leader has proven to be a peaceful person, and he has gained the admiration of the whole world. He's now an example of peace everywhere in the world, and therefore you are obliged to continue to carry that torch. We want to assure you that there are noise all around about Fonatic Kofa. Fly that fly around. cannot touch Fulani Kofa. Look, let me tell you this. The reason why we have a functional government today is because we have a speaker that is leading because he loves Liberia. If Fulani Kofa said no, we will not have a budget. If Fulani Kofa said no, this government would not function. And they are aware of that. But when you are somewhere and people are trying to make themselves happy, and some people are being corrupt and going around collecting $5, say they come and move the speaker, I'm telling you now that even 25% of the legislature cannot vote against Fulani Kofa. So, Mr. Chairman, your leadership and your representation of the opposition as leader of the legislature is secure, is protected, and anybody whosoever attempt to disrupt the legislature, that person will be disrupting the state. If you fire one shot at the House of Representatives, we will fire at the Senate, we will fire at the Executive Marshal.
So, folks,
we about to watch that foolishness.
Sorry. I was trying to capture something here, but this is not. This is serious business. This is serious. It's not as you see it, right? The first thing is, this is the chairman of the Liberty Party. There was a court process, went to court, and everything. There was some back and forth in the institution. At a point, some of the people who were involved with this fight said that this chairman was being pointed. They pointed accusing fingers at him. And he was a seditious. He goes at the CDC rally or setback into comeback program. Says, we are here and we will take power together. We are here to celebrate. And at the end of the day, there was a portion where, and that was the portion I was looking for, where Representative Gray said, you are a sedition. Welcome home. Fast forward, he goes to the speakership and all of this back and forth that's ongoing. Any attempt by the executive to disrupt the legislature, to want to remove the current speaker, will meet strong resistance. One shot from the executive mansion, they will fire at the Senate, and they will fire at the executive mansion. Is this in any way pointing in the direction of impeachment? We know how powerful that house is, but do they have the ability to do that? Is this a warning to the Unity Party? And just in case this is something the Unity Party is contemplating on doing, do they even have what it takes, given what the chairman Ability is saying now? Do they have what it takes to remove the speaker? Let's talk about this. Let's start with you, Alfred. Your thoughts on this?
First of all, I think Chairman Ability's presentation today was more or less of a political grandstanding. I think that he was just trying to engage into a political sphere that will make him to feel supported by the CDC. I think you could see that from Akara Moses Gray. The presentation that was presented by Honorable Ability, it was more like a political sentiment. So he bashed into it and caused him sedition. Whereas they see Akara Gray is on record of calling Chairman Ability a spy, a person planted. to disrupt their so-called, second term. Chairman Benedict has no history of, anything. This is a man that is on record of telling the Liberian people that he was going back home at the end of the very end of the election, that he was going back home. He promised the Liberian people that the Liberty Party will come back together. He's on record of that. This man is not somebody that we can depend on. He's more or less of a chameleon. This is a unit, how they call it, ability, that told us that, at the end of the day, there will be unity within the Liberty Party. Where is the Liberty Party today? Whereas he was only concerned about his own election bid. This man went to Cummings and told Cummings that Cummings will be the next president of Liberia. At the end of the day, he could not even stay with Cummings to raise the hand of Cummings. He was in the market running his own campaign. That the mayor wanted Syria. My man, let's move on, man.
But at the end of the day, this is a chairman. This chairman is at the CDC's program, giving them high hope and assurance.
Let me predict this. With the Unity Party Alliance, it's a very strong prediction I want to make tonight. With the Unity Party Alliance, if Mr. Boakai does what was agreed upon within our alliance to uplifting the people of Liberia, I can promise you that the Liberty Party will soon kick Chairman Benedict out. Because the reason why the stars of the Liberty Party are so quiet, because you have a new government that just coming into place, and they are watching and waiting for Chairman Benedict's turn to expire. Soon as his term expire, you will see the kind of conglomeration that will take place within the Liberty Party in terms of bringing our party back together with a very strong leader in Yomli Kanga Lawrence. Chairman Benedict can be flying all around he wants. Let him say whatever he wants. He's the chairman. We agree.
Let's
and the biaso that causing the late Bronskin party to be divided. That biaso will be kicked out. His term will finish and the party will resuscitate. I can promise you that.
No,
so true, Daddy.
No, not so true. but let's end up on this, Alfred, and then we're gonna move to Mary and Vasco, and then we move to Emmy. But he said at the end of that particular statement that any attempt. Let's talk about this issue going on at the level of the House of Representatives. Any attempt to want to remove the speaker.
I told you again.
That attempt.
What the brother was doing was political grandstanding. He bought into what the sedition wanted to hear him say. Right?
But again, I want to take your mind back a little, because Alfred, if you go back to the previous election that happened at the House of Representatives, Representative Rachel Kuhn was for the Unity Party contesting. The speaker was from the CDC contesting. One of the persons who supported the Unity Party at the time and was at the forefront of this whole thing was Chairman Benedict. Does it ring bell now that this person who was on the team, on that block that said they were supporting the lawmaker, Representative Richard Kuhn, who was a Unity Party choice for the speakership, does it ring bell that he's now at a CDC rally saying that no fly will touch the speaker, and if anybody tries to do anything, it will do this, it will do that, we'll fire at the Senate, and we'll fire at the Senate.
Let me tell you, Chairman Benedict is very good at solidifying his own interest. You understand what I'm saying? Chairman Benedict is very good at doing that. Few months ago, we saw Chairman Benedict running around the legislature saying that, oh yeah, we will be different, because he wanted to solidify his base, his interest. And you saw it play out for him well. This is a man that's very cunning. He's a con man. So these people that Akara's great who don't understand Benedict, they were all falling into Benedict's nest. You know what I'm saying? But some of all who are being around the politics and understand how these guys operate, it will be difficult to convince me about what he says on a political party rally about Fanatic Kofa, because Fanatic Kofa is a very intelligent man. He knows what he wants and he knows how to get what he wants. So Benedict cannot be a fulcrum to run the protection of Fanatic Kofa, whereas Fanatic Kofa is well seated and he's strategically seated and he knows exactly how to get around, in terms of, this is a man that go across.
Thank you.
They cannot try and sugarcoat himself as if to say, anyway, he was on CDC ground, so he had
Thank you. Mary, let's hear your thoughts on this, and we're going to move to Vasco. Or you want Vasco to go before you? Make the choice.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Vasco is shaking your hand.
Okay.
Thank you, Nelson. I don't like the man. Based on the whole money situation, the road fund money with the Liberian government. But I see nothing wrong with him going to the party today, first of all, because our party they went to. I saw nothing wrong with him attending. I saw nothing wrong with what he said, honestly. But what I want the Liberian people to pay attention to is the fact that Belete have been very strategic when it comes to winning over the Liberians, specifically the seditions, since he entered the government. He have been maneuvering his way around. He's doing very good at that. That's politics that he's playing. Is the fact that the problem I saw today is the fact that he's giving the sedition the belief that the Unity Party or the House of Senate is the one threatening Funati's position in the House of Legislature.
But meanwhile, and you're right. You're right. He was one of the persons who supported that cause. He was one person who supported Rachel Kuhn from the very onset. He was one of the top members.
Exactly. And Miss Ability is very aware that the Unity Party have no ground in the House. They don't have enough votes, but he's giving the sedition in order to win them over. He's giving them the impression that, if at all the Unity Party, maybe you're hearing rumors, we're hearing rumors, and the Unity Party want to take Funati Kofa out, we will make sure I will be one of their people to stand for him. But if anybody is threatening the speaker, is his own party, the CDC. You heard people like Akara's Gray say out loud in front of the congregation, you have no choice. You have no trust, speaker. So meaning you have to abide to their rules because they have the majority in the House and they have the ability to remove him.
Come on. Mary, do you really believe in that? You have no choice. If Speaker Kofa wants to run for the presidency in 2029, does he have what it takes to hold him back?
Exactly. Why shouldn't he have a trust? As Honorable Fala did today, maybe he saw that the occasion did not meet his standards. He didn't think it was necessary to go to the occasion, even though he's still part of CDC, but he chose not to go. Why should somebody have to tell him, say he have no trust when he have been a good leader so far? He and Funati Kofa have been showing great leadership in the House. So why would Belete be giving the people the impression that Unity Party will want to remove him? Unity Party don't have intentions on removing Funati Kofa. They are okay with him being a speaker. They are working together, but they want to give this impression that the country is at war with each other. That's politicians. They always want to make people feel like they're against each other. And that's not what it is, because the Liberian people will see it for themselves. They will see the reality for themselves. So no, I don't think Unity Party, even if they wanted to, have the power to remove Funati Kofa, because if they had the power, they would have won that position when they ran for it, but they didn't. So they don't have the power, and
You
nobody
think
should
they
be
don't have
given
what
like
it
those
takes
impression that they don't.
to remove him? But now let me end up with you on this, then we'll move to Vasco. On the aspect where he said any attempt, if anyone tries to make an attempt on this speaker, we will fire at the Senate, we will fire at the executive mansion. Does shameability have what it takes to destabilize, or let's say to influence anything is around the presidency? Wherein, like in the case of the speaker, his colleagues can remove him. All right, uh, there can be a majority vote, and they can go through the process and remove the speaker. But then let's look at it the other way around. Does the chairmanability have what it takes to gather the support? Does he have the influence and everything to remove or to have the president impeached? Let's go to the Senate, for example, the pro tem
Absolutely not.
Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence. Does he have what it takes to remove her as pro tem of the Liberian Senate?
He have nothing. Absolutely not. You need to understand. Even when these yellow mission situation come up, Belete posted, and he got backlash by seditions. This is a man that's playing two-way game. He's playing politics. He have a bigger ambition moving forward. So he wants everybody on his board. He wants to be looked at as the Jesus of the house right now. But do he have enough influence to do anything to the pro tem or the president? No, he don't. I think the message that seditions were supposed to be hoping to hear, like I previously stated, Nelson, is if you guys have all this power, and if us seditions are majority in the house, why do we need the presidency for you guys to improve our lives as Liberians?
Thank you.
Because y'all can do it. Give me
Thank you.
something. Convince me that when I bring you back, you will use that same influence to better my life. You have the ability right now. What's stopping you from doing so?
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Let's hear from you, Vasco, your thoughts on this.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. I mean, sometimes when we come to this discussion, it's good for us to be factual. I see people jumping all around the place. Belete went to an opposition gathering. Before Belete could go over there, he came on his Facebook page and he said, I'm an opposition, so I'm going to attend an opposition gathering, because he was invited. So when he went there, he was given the opportunity to speak. And he is in the house. Everyone else there, we just talking, we don't know what is happening in the house. They got first-hand information because they even interact for him, and even interact with other people from the other side in the house. So they know what is happening and what is going on. And he used a word, if. He said, if there will be anything or anything trying the speaker, it is send one shot at the House of Legislatures, they will send more at the Senate and send some at the
executive mansion.
And
this was a very strong statement, Vasco, a very strong one. Vasco, I want you to give me 2 seconds of your time, just 2 seconds of your time. Let me get this statement up again for the sake of those just joining the show. This is very important. I want you to listen to
Chairman, your leadership and your representation of the opposition as leader of the legislature is secure, is protected, and whosoever attempt to disrupt the legislature, that person will be disrupting the state. If you fire one shot, at the House of Representatives, we will fire at the Senate, we will fire at the Executive Marshal.
Come on. This is representability giving hope to the speaker. Is this hope a hope to lean on, or a hope that is more like a dry stick that's going to let you down in the middle of the sea? Go ahead, Vasco. Let's hear you on this.
Look, Nelson, the speaker is somebody that everybody want to work around with. And even most of the rescue people, they all praise the speaker. Speaker, from the time people thought because he's a sedition, he was going to, try to disrupt function of the executive. But no, it is the executive trying to look down on the House of Legislators. You know that even the finance minister right now, the guys placing on a contempt. They have a contempt charge on him. Because every time they send for him, he don't appear. We just saw the Senate. Everything the Senate requests for, the finance minister give it to them. But the guys in the House, they are not getting what they request for. So if things that they're trying to happen, the finance ministry fall under the executive.
And they take it, they will handle that issue. But Vasco, this is where we are. There's information in the corridor that the speaker is trying to solidify his base. He's trying to build that force for 2029. He's invited by his own political party. He goes at the rally, and Representative Gray, former Representative Gray, says to him, "You have no choice."
Exactly.
Was that a warning to the speaker?
Yes.
Was he trying to warn the speaker that if you dare try not to go our way, you will meet the resistance of the militancy of the sycamore tree?
That's
I will not get Vasco Chen to jump on it one because he was spinning around. But let's be honest here. If you look at the history of the CDC lawmakers in the House, with Councilor Justice Cabinet Janet.
You just hijacked our show.
So you hijacked the show.
No,
listen. There's one here for hijacking. No, listen. You can't stay off the show for 5 months. You just can't your first day.
You're not giving chance to talk.
I'm not like you, Nelson. Nelson, please give me an opportunity.
Let's have Vasco. No, Vasco, take 20 seconds, then Vasco go on. Take your 20 seconds, then Vasco go on.
Thank you so much, Nelson. If you look at the history of the law of the lawmakers from CDC, these guys are corrupt, and that's the same thing they want to do with Representative Speaker Kofa. Speaker Kofa seemed to be a threat to President Weah come 2029. So they want to use that same trump card that they use to drive away all the intellectuals that were gathered together on our sycamore tree under the canopy of Coalition for Democratic Change. Carlos Grace and others, they see George Weah as a demigod. Anybody that challenges George Weah's position in the party, you will have to go.
10 seconds. In conclusion.
And that's what they are doing. So in conclusion, if you hear Carlos Grace saying that, Mr. Speaker, you have no choice, even though they have the majority in the House, it tells you that he's warning Representative Kofa to say, you know what are you trying to do? We are watching you. And any attempt to attempt, we attempt.
What attempt? What would be the attempt?
The attempt is that Speaker Kofa is trying to
thank you.
His base
Thank
I'll
you.
be very challenging when it comes to the
Let's
primary in the CDC.
let's go back to Vasco, because whichever way you pull it, and let me just say this, Vasco, you have your time back. Whichever way you pull it, if you have a case where, just in case, Speaker Kofa decides to contest in 2029, it will be a split of the CDC vote. And perhaps that's what the CDC doesn't want. Because, yes, as popular as President George Weah is, yes, the people know him, he still is influential and all of that. But who knows what happens between 9 and 2029 with the kind of influence that the current speaker is building. But Vasco, go ahead. Let's hear your take on this issue.
You know, Nelson, this is a big platform.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I listen to my fellow panelists. They just talk because they heard something from somewhere. They just come and start talking.
Mm-hmm.
I came here the last time and told you, Funati Kofa is one person that always at the party headquarters.
He's always there.
Always, even at night, he's there. I told you all that CDC, our party, you'll be ashamed. Just the thing today you guys were saying on Spoon and even on the main night show, you guys will be shocked. Someone find out will come out and speak. Watch it. Look, Kofa got future.
Exactly.
I don't know which one of you guys listening to the president, former president today. The former president is in constant communication with Kofa. What Akara gave was telling Kofa today was just simple. You are from the massive party. You represent CDC. Sedition have been targeted. Various ministries and agencies. Sedition are crying. So many things that this government is doing to them. Just the few days we were denied by Eugene Vagon just to play our advertisement on the state radio, which of course he know the law. He went there and told the Senate that he will use that place for every Liberian. Now he are breaking the law. So when some of this communication go to the house, we're telling him that when this communication come to the house, this is your party. You have no option but to put it on the floor. And whosoever are going to be trying to harm sedition or go against us in a way that is not proper, they should be invited. You are the speaker, you are the chairman in command. You have the power to do it. That's what we're telling you. We say you have no option. When you see your partisan have been denied justice, your partisan have been treated like ordinary oppressive, your former president have been stopped from using the launch that he built. As a speaker, when the communication comes to you, you should stand as a speaker and be able to invite these people. That was what we're telling Speaker Kofa today, and that was the reason he went there to listen to us.
Thank you.
He was convinced when he saw the people. I don't know why anyone play Funati's short speech. What he said. Play Funati's speech and listen to what Funati said before you guys be talking about
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But Vasco, let me end with you on this one. A statement from Senator Billy. Just on this one. Finally, we'll go to Charles and Emmy. This statement from Mr. Billy. Yeah, sorry. The statement giving the speaker so much hope.
That was the first thing Vasco talked about.
No, I didn't see anything.
Vasco hasn't made a point on that yet.
Yes, he did.
You gotta give Vasco his time.
We'll go and rewind the tape and look at it. Because you have to ask
Vasco for the sake of our audience.
I didn't speak on Berete issue because I have something to say about Berete.
Wait, let me tell you what he said. He said Berete posted on his platform. Exactly. I can tell you what he said.
So he was making that point. Vasco was making that point when he was being hijacked by Afrek. He gave Afrek a few seconds. So just take 20 seconds to conclude on that.
Merci. Berete don't need CDC. Berete don't need Unity Party. Benete don't need Liberty Party. Benete work for his people in District 7. Even if Prince Johnson put somebody in District 7, Benete will beat that person. Benete did his work. Benete is in the house to work for the Liberian people.
But do you think he did well for the CPP with Mr. Cummings? Was he an asset to that entire process? You think so?
Look, the ANC had their own problem, and that look, there was a split in the Liberty Party. Some portion of the Liberty Party went one side, and Benedict went one side.
No, that forget about that.
He stood with Mr. Cummings.
You think he was an asset? Mr. Cummings. You think he was an asset?
The question is, was he an asset to the ANC?
He was an asset to the ANC. He stood with them. He provided a lot of stuff for them.
How can they have people that voted for him? They not vote for Cummings?
Exactly. The legislative election is different from presidential race.
Let's hear from Charles. Charles, go ahead. Your thoughts on this. I hope that person will not edit your name again when you're making certain kind of points. But go ahead. You are muted. You are muted, Charles. You are muted.
That's it. I told you that I remain objective and I remain straight to the issues. And I just try to be as straight as possible for Liberia. To the issue, my colleagues that spoke, they said a few things. But for me, the word that they were using, I don't want to use that same exact word. I want to change it in a different format. I want to term Benedict as a schemer.
This is a lawmaker. Come on. This is a lawmaker.
I understand Benedict is a lawmaker, but he is a political schemer. And I can give you a reason, I can give you a justification for that.
So why do you say so?
Exactly. So when you look at Benedict is not consistent with his political sitting. He's shaking. He's in between. He don't know where he belongs. Like you said clearly, Benedict was the same person who came to the public and said a lot of things. Today, Benedict is the same person who's saying, if you shoot one bullet to the House of Representatives, we shoot one to the Senate. And let me just tell you, look at that word in context. Put that identical part of his speech in context. I will shoot, if you shoot to the House of Representatives that he belongs to, he will shoot one bullet to the horse that Dara Dillon, that Yombli Kanga, they belongs to. And I will shoot another bullet to the horse that His Excellency Joseph Yiman Baga belongs to. Can we understand that? He's not speaking because he's just saying it. He want to speak to, he want to shoot the Senate wing.
How do you understand that?
And that's why I'm telling you right now. He's shooting directly to people that he feel against his agenda. And he feel that those people, Yombli Kanga Lawrence, Her Excellency, Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence, Senator Darius Dillon, the rest of other senators that don't buy their ideas, but including the president, he's going to shoot to those two areas.
But don't you think he came across as that person who was just trying to give hope to Speaker Kofa that, look, you are protected. I got you.
When he started his advocacy,
though I campaigned against you, though I was on the side of Representative Kuhn during the just ended election, but I'm giving you a hope that you can hold on to, not like a drastic, but a real hope that you can hope on.
So let's look at it. When he started his advocacy for Foranti Kofa, let me just tell you this, Nelson. Representative Benedict tried to buy into all walks of life in Liberia. He have a political agenda, a secret political agenda. Let us just get that clear. He has a secret political agenda that he tried to pick from this side, pick from this side, and pick from this side, and back.
Is that in a way different from what the typical politicians in Liberia here would do? I mean,
right, so here's the thing now. Then don't present yourself like the injured. Then don't present yourself like the injured. And one thing I want to get Vasco to understand, he made certain statement here. Fonati Kofa is not CDC speaker. He's not a speaker of CDC. He's the speaker of Liberia. Why people misinterpreting things around here? Fonati Kofa is the speaker of the Republic of Liberia, not the speaker of CDC. And so when Fonati Kofa is doing things in our country, he's doing it for the country. And if he goes wrong, it's the country's responsibility to chastise him and put him on track. And so with the issue about Fonati Kofa, the issue about Musa Hassan Bededi, trust me, I'm telling you today, Musa Hassan Bededi has his own political agenda that he has not disclosed
to the Liberian.
So
let's end up on this note and take Emmy, because we have to go to the phone lines. Charles, the statement from Akara's Gray today when he said, "Speaker, you have no choice. You have no choice." Was that a threat to his ambition? Or was that just a way of motivating him to remain on board?
I think his statement comes in a kind of fear kind of tactics.
I want to understand that. What do you mean?
What I mean, he feels that Fonati Kofa, because you know that CDC lawmakers have been complaining on Fonati Kofa of recent. And so he feels that United Party is, on the other hand, trying to win Fonati Kofa over. So the statement by him is a scare tactics to speak to Fonati Kofa conscience that, look, my man, what you doing?
You gotta remain on board.
You have to remain here. I don't care what you do, you have to remain here. It's a scare tactics. And Fonati Kofa, let me tell you something, Fonati Kofa is not deterred by that statement. Even though he will speak whatever way he will say it, he's not deterred by that statement.
Thank you. Let's hear Emmy. Emmy, go ahead.
Thank you, Nelson. Yeah, Nelson, you know, from Musa Bedeli speech, I got a couple of points from there, right? And it's not just, I have heard this from a lot of people, including Vasco and the rest of the sedition. And it always, you know, baffles me and disturbs me because I don't understand what they're thinking. Or this statement that, oh, you kept the peace because you let somebody that won with 17,000 votes, 25,000 votes, you accepted the result. What was that choices? What other choice did it have? You can say, oh no, I feel cheated, and they'll go back and recount. That's all they can do. They were not going to take the person's vote and give it to you. So I don't understand whenever people say that, like, oh, Joey is a peaceful man, he accepted a result, just 17 or just 25,000. What, Judge Rice ought to go put gun to somebody here and take the votes and give it to him? No, you can only cry cheat, my brother. And what the net would do, they would just have to recount that votes. And if those votes was there, they would still be there. Even 2 votes, if they beat you by 2 votes, is a beat. So, you know, all these things that people always say that, oh, it was just something and he accepted it. He had no choice but to do that. That's what a responsible person is supposed to do. Okay? So they need to get off that whole, it really confused me when I hear it all the time. As if, oh, Judge Black could have done anything different than accepting the results. Or it was going to change anything, they could have stayed in power if he had not accepted the results.
I learned that Vasco was advising.
They were all hoping. They were all wishing that that was the plan for them to do it. But Judge Black, from what he saw, everything he said, well, if anything goes down, I won't go in. The food then will be here, and I'll be Chancellor 179 in there. That my one will be going. I'm not going to play that game.
He said it when he went to fucking clown the next day. The next Sunday, he said that. And Bella is talking about impeachment. The last time we read something about impeachment, we heard the CDC lawmaker trying to impeach Fanati Kofa. So instead of he sending his shot, he might be sending it under the Sakimo tree. Because that's the news we heard. We've never heard anybody saying that United Party lawmakers were trying to impeach Fanati Kofa. They said that the CDC lawmaker was what they want. Because United Party, the Maria already said they had no numbers to do that if the CDC lawmakers stay in that way. So why would they even want to try? Okay, except CDC lawmakers.
Here is it. You have Representative Safoko, who came up and seriously disagree with the way the speaker is proceeding, in that they're not receiving their gas tip and other operational funds, their benefits, and so forth. And he's crying baby is unfortunate, and in fact, and he was disappointed about that, and he made some comments, but I don't think he was pushing for impeachment of the speaker. But this is something that has been in the corridors of the legislature. Just so I say this.
That's what I'm saying. So then again, I don't understand. That's what some people are saying is all rhetoric, and he's looking for gains from every side, which is, I don't want to speak on that because everybody, I already said it. I don't want to sound repetitive. And then something Vasco said that all the executive is looking down on the house. The last time the Senate had a retreat, they get in, the finance minister get in everything they wanted, but the house they don't want to give them. I remember we all came on the same show condemning the Senate for the amount of money they spent and for everything they did. Vasco and everybody included. They see Vasco coming on this show here, getting upset because finance minister not giving the same amount of money to the house. My people, where are we? Are we the same Vasco that I said they're speaking for the Liberian people? When the CDC lawmaker doing it, it's okay, then the Liberian people are not suffering at the time. But when there's other people doing it, then all the Liberian people are suffering. They're doing this to them. This is sad. Okay? And that's the same thing when they say Akara's good sitting there talking about you have no choice. That hell he does have a choice. Who do you think you are? This is not a gangster paradise we're running. This is a country. He's from your party, but guess what? He is the Speaker of the House, not the Speaker of CDC. He's the Speaker of the House.
He comes from the CDC. Someone may say
that's a party, okay? That is a political party. Nelson, please don't.
No. I'm just saying.
Election is over.
That's what I'm saying. He comes from a party, right?
Yeah.
But he is elected in the House of the Liberia House of Representatives. That's what our house called. It's not the House of Senate. I'm no CDC representative. CDC House of Representatives. No, it's the Liberia House of Representatives. He's supposed to be there and stop everything that is wrong for the country, and let everything that is right goes through. Not because I'm a partisan, because I want to disrupt everything, and I want CDC to look good 2029. So even if it's good, I'm gonna stay in the way. And so far, I think he's been working along with the executive. Okay, so Fanati Kofa, he's a very intelligent man. He may come from CDC, but he's a very educated person. And he knows what his job is. I don't think he's sitting there listening to Zogo Gray or Vasco telling him that he ain't get choice. He must do this. He must do that. Citizens, Liberians, other people from other political party, ALP, NEC, or whatever seed your guy in our country, they're all Liberians. Fanati Kofa is not there to look out for only citizens. He's there to look out for all Liberians in the country itself.
I'm going to take just 5 calls, and then we'll come back to wrap up. 0555-101075. Just 5 calls, and then we'll come back to wrap up. So let's see if we can take this first call. 0555-101075 is the number to call right now, and you'll be live on the show. Let's talk to our first caller here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. You're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for another.
You are coming in very low, sir.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
oh wow, I barely hear you. Hello, please go ahead. Hello, you are live. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's hear you. You're live on the show.
Yeah, I just want to say, wait for Joseph. I got all up for the guy.
What?
Hello. I said, wait for the all up for the guy on the TV. I said, all up for the guy for the
Okay, thank you. We're not talking about other people and other things. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, Nelson, and the rest of the panelists. Yeah, with the statement made by Musa Belode was saying he was being heard on another platform, pointing fingers at the same citizens who were trying to remove fanatic cover. So that bullet he's talking about that the party is done in the number to remove fanatic cover.
Okay.
So if he's saying that, I mean, he's just contradicting himself. The man contradicting himself throughout.
Thank you.
I'm willing to put, so the whole program thing is contradiction. Since he involved in the politics, he then contradicted himself, and I mean that is reducing. I mean his program instead of moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Look at just net pricing. Okay, I'm willing to put a call from
Thank you very much. Hello, you are live. Let's hear you. Oh, we lost this person.
Hello, my name is Jacob O'Brien.
Yeah.
And I joined a late night show from GS European.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, let me quickly speak to 3 issues as regarding to the topic on discussion.
You just have to be brief with that, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, 1. The chairman Musa Berete, they should understand that is a man who came over to the Unity Party. Let me say, to the Unity Party, I'm proud to be part of. What the Labour Party, he brought nothing else to the party but confusion. At the end of the day, the confusion still remains. He was unable to settle it. He went over to the CPP. Nothing else he could do there. The cover that we are discussing today, Funadi Cover is a product of Liberty Party. We brought Funadi Cover into lawmaking area before moving over to the CDC.
Okay.
So Funadi Cover is not there in confusion, but Funadi Cover is a legal minded man.
Thank you.
And nobody is going to threaten him. Party Akayege is talking that mere bluff.
Thank you very much.
Don't have the capability of doing anything to Funadi Cover. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's hold you then and take this call, and then we'll take the last person. Go ahead quickly. You live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Mama. One thing you see this, I'm EU according to with Badger Fighter.
Yeah, go ahead.
See the Musa Berete there, all these people there, the men are talking in his studio there, all these people, they are just bubble belly. They don't know what they want.
What do you call bubble belly? What is bubble belly?
Bubble belly just to eat and fill their God and forget about the Liberian people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And what Joseph is over.
Thank you very much. We take the final call now, then we wrap up. Hello? Hello?
Morning.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you, Nancy. And this is more about from looking down Bushwa Allen. Thank you. I'm quietly listening to you guys on the show. Look, many of the quarter, I think Funati, which of course have get more admirers from the Liberian people. I can't just Unity Party, but Liberian people are large that in fact we all are in his work. But not for him to be fooled and be misled by ability. These flip flappers, these men who have no, I don't understand in fact, but really, this Christian or Nimaka, the people who I believe in that see reason for the officialist to enter that house. That's just the man.
Thank
who
you.
He is.
Thank
And
you.
the question is today, he was the cause Labour Party, the party of what moral has gone, disarray.
Thank
That's
you.
the same thing he want to bring to the hall.
Thank you
And
very
we cannot
much.
get nobody to support such a thing. We are serious-minded people. We are making the change for the Liberian people, for the better life of
Thank
the
you
country.
very
Thank you
much.
so
We
much.
will have to hold you there, sir. Thanks a lot. You know what, Jared Kanu, they Baba better thing you're bringing here. I don't know where you're thinking from. It sounds so funny to me, but we we I think I can give it back to the rest of the team now. Yeah, I saw a lot of people wanted to make some inputs. We'll take WhatsApp call. We'll take the WhatsApp calls later. But Emmy, you can take over as I try to make some adjustment from my end here. Emmy, are you there?
So, are we still talking about the same something?
A couple of folks wanted to make some input, and so you
Yeah,
can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Alfred.
Yes, I agree with the last caller because that's the point I wanted to make. And the last caller just intimated that when he said that Fanatikova is a product of the Liberty Party. Initially, I said here that what is strategically happening right now within the Liberty Party is allowing Mr. Billity's turn to elapse. That's exactly the status of the party are resolved to do, because they have realized that removing him, will be unconstitutional, and they will not win. So they will just allow his tenure as chairman of the party to lapse, so that he can leave just like that, so that they can re-amalgamate the forces that were within the Liberty Party, that the Liberty Party can come back strong. And I will end on this. What we are seeing the Unity Party is doing right now with the alliance, I'm very optimistic that Mr. Bwaka will do well for the Liberian people, and that will give a leverage to Yomri Kanga Lawrence and the rest of the folks within the Liberty Party to resuscitate the party and to make it more vibrant come 2029.
Thank you. So, Vasco, I got a question. Why is your party still being called the Coalition for Democratic Change, even though other parties have already left them?
Yes, I mean, people used to that name, right? A lot of people used the coalition name. So today you have people. For me, I think that was a mistake. Other people, some people stay used to that name. So people were misusing the coalition or the Congress for Democratic Change and saying the Coalition for Democratic Change. It's going to take some time before that name get away from the mouth of the people. So I think that's what that was taking place. It wasn't anything, and about people politically charged. There can be some mistakes and things. So I think they were just mixing the name up. But Coalition for Democratic Change, Congress for Democratic Change is the same CDC. But I want to say something to my brother Alfred. Sometimes it's good to be sincere. You come here telling us that the way you're looking at President Bwaka handling his coalition. How many of the coalition you know in the alliance? How many alliance party that you know of happy? You got an LPP. Councilor Gonglo had a very bad press conference on President Bwaka. Who else? Who's one of the party? Musa Birere is the chairman of the Liberty Party. Don't forget that the Yomri Kanga, the law, all these people have been expelled from that party. And when you get that,
thank you, Vasco.
They are being expelled. So thinking that they're coming back, Birere is the chairman. Birere will take the party and get to another convention, which are the Yomri Kanga there and the Delon will not even be part of it because he expelled them from the party.
Thank you, Vasco.
He got the power. He holds the party.
He owns. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead, Murray. Do you have something?
No, I would just wait to close because, yeah.
So let me just respond quickly to Vasco.
Charles, you got something to say?
I was staying on the floor. I mean, just let me talk.
I told you, Vasco, stop that, man. Why you always do that? I told you talk for how long? You talk on the
You
CDC
asked me
name,
question.
and then you talked on it. Yeah, you talked on that, and then you talked to Alfred, and I said thank you. Then that's when you move on. You see, you're still on the floor. All right, 22nd in now.
I
What
thought
you
Ami
tell
was
you?
talking about. Ami said, Marie talking.
All right, 22nd. Go ahead. And what you say? You were still on the floor saying.
I know you guys are jittering today whole day. Some of you been your very bad feelings because you saw your nightmare coming out today. I know today been a bad day for you, but I understand this is the reawakening of the People Party.
Stop.
I want y'all to get something today. You know what makes CDC?
Tell us.
The people. Nobody in that party important more than the people. The people that can brace the stone, the ring, to go and stay online to vote for you. Those people are the strength of CDC.
Thank you, Vasco.
I tell you today. So don't look down what party saying when you see one big person at CDC rally. You said today, even some of the people that didn't attend CDC rally, what they saw today, they will trim up.
I say thank you again.
The party ready now. Give me move from there again. What they saw today, people.
Thank you, Vasco.
Vasco, where was your take from today's event?
Very successful. Today was just a sport day. I know most of you people listening to the I know that jingles or how you can call it, promo or what, on the radio. The entire program was 3 days sporting festival. We just gave a name to it, that's all. For citizens to gather, Meditation Day. We always celebrate a identical day in June. I don't know, maybe you ain't know about our party. And some of you just coming to the political landline. So
thank you, Vasco. We are not politicians. We just
saw President. We are playing Lulu the last time. It was a Meditation Day. That time we saw President. We are playing Lulu. It was Meditation Day. That the same day they were celebrating today.
Thank you, Vasco.
Let me do my closing.
Yeah, me too. After.
Yeah, let me do my closing again. I want to say this to our Liberians, brothers, sister, mothers, father, uncle, and whatever way we can, whatever nomenclature we give them. Please let us not take Representative Musa Hassan Bedede serious. Musa Hassan Bedede is still struggling. He's still making decisions in his mind. He's in a state of, I don't know, I would say dilemma. And so with that, we shouldn't take him serious. Yeah, we shouldn't take him serious at all. Because he one person who will say this, and in a twinkle of an eye, he says something else. It wouldn't surprise me to see him wearing CDC t-shirts and saying, I will say it right here. It wouldn't surprise me. And so let us not take him serious. But the issue is Liberia. Let us put our lawmakers, those who in authority that we need to put their feet to the fire, let us put their feet to the fire to do the right thing in our country for our people's life to be transformed.
Thank you.
Again, I would say this finally that we respect our people and our people who was affected by this serious downpour of rain that caused them to be homeless at this point. I personally want to say my heart is out there for them. We feel their pains and we pray and hope that the department, the disaster relief department, can go to their aid as soon as possible to help them in whatever way they can help them. Thank you so much, and I see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. So, Mary, I got a quick question for either one of y'all. I know this is a natural disaster or something like that. But with the whole thing about the drainage issue that we hear all the time. Now people don't know how to treat, their surroundings and things that is supposed to protect to sometimes avoid stuff like this, right? Do you think with this whole thing that going on, Liberian people are? Do you think our people have learned some sort of lesson to be able to keep those places like drainages and stuff like that free of trash and stuff like that? Afra, if you want to chip
Yeah.
into that.
So I mean, let me respond to that. Then my sister Marie will take it while I leave. And so the last time we had these flood issues in our country, we was on the same platform and we said it very loud and clear. The drainage system in our country is one serious problem that we all need to take into consideration. Every Liberian, including those that are affected, because we are the one that is blocking those areas. We are the one that is using those areas for a trash can. We are the one that putting things in the drainage system that blocking the free flow of water. And also, though it hurt my heart to see them in the situation they are in, but also we should hold ourselves responsible too for what is going on. And this is not about this government, that government, the other government. No. Yeah, and is something that is natural. And apart from it being natural, we also contributed to the consequences that we are facing today. I don't know what other people are getting me, but I think we should hold ourselves somehow responsible to in some ways. And that's just my own opinion when it comes to that.
Afra, what do you think?
I think first of all, over the years, given the fact that we had almost 20 years of civil conflict, which affected the country badly. When it comes to this, enforcement of the zoning system, we don't have a perfect zoning system in our country. Number one. Number two, we have to be cognizant of the fact that there is an issue of climate change. Okay, right here in Iowa where I live, 2 weeks ago, there was a heavy downpour of rain that swallowed almost the entire community. In a state that is sophisticated, have everything in place, but the rain was so much that it wasn't able to. The river couldn't hold it. The whole community was on water for almost 3 days. So what we can say here to our people, especially the government, because the government has a major role to play. We have to enforce our laws. If you're not supposed to pay a house on a waterway, don't pay a house there. Right? We need to start finding people. Right? We ourselves we need to be good citizens.
Thank you. Nice for that.
We need to be good citizens. If you see someone coming to put that in a drainage, go there and tell the person not to put it in a drainage. If they continue to do that, you call the police.
Thank you, Afra.
If the police is not around, you have to be a good citizen. Call a neighbor, call the other neighbor. Just make sure the person take that debt for that drainage so that the water can pass. It was made for water. It was not made for garbage.
Thank you.
So the whole thing we're talking, we have to take the politics a little bit, take our political hat on, and talk to our people ourselves. That the issue about the drainage system, the water taking whole community, and people putting on favor. Since I was born in the country, my first time seeing this, climate change is real.
Yeah. So thank you. So Marie, my reason of asking that question is, Cindy just went to Liberia, and then the what is it, Jipani Freeway? That is the newest road we have in the world, right? And then they have
Somalia Drive.
Yeah, they have drainages and stuff then built around those areas. And he had photos of those things filled with trash everywhere. Even though we saw the inauguration team, people cleaning those areas, they are all filled up with trash again. I mean, is this something that people need? Is it some kind of awareness that we need to do in our country, like to make people know that government cannot come to your doorstep and street for you? Government will not come to your roadside, because sometimes when you tell people, "Oh, that government property, that government," and our people somehow believe that they are not supposed to take care of government properties, or they are not supposed to clean their surroundings. Government, someone's supposed to come there and do that for them. Do you think that, I mean, some kind of awareness that needs to go on in the country for these kind of disaster? I mean, sometimes we can avoid it. What do you think?
Of course, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, I was gonna say that, including the law enforcement that I first spoke about, there needs to be some form of collaboration with both the ELBC and MCC, to put education out there to our people. Because no offense to the Liberian people, I'm including myself, like to act like we're highly educated, but the literacy rate in our country is very high. Um, and sometimes when it comes to the uncivilization, that's why we are still behind as a nation. These are things that can be avoided. All of these things going on right now, like trash, like so many other stuff that's going on in the country can be avoided if we will follow the proper channel. But then again, is there education being given to the people that they will be able to follow that education? So I'm thinking that ELBC and the MCC will come into play with that, and be able to educate them on the prevention and the outcome of what it would be when such situation keep going on, because they are the one losing everything and having to start over. It's not the government, and it's not on the government. This is a natural disaster. It happens everywhere, so it cannot be left on the government.
Thank you.
Well,
Let me yeah, because I was going to close, but I can wait.
Okay, let me respectfully disagree with you in part to say the government we cannot blame the government in such a way. We have to be honest here. We are running a country, okay? When it comes to the issue of enforcing the law, we know our country, we know our people. The government itself has been very, reluctant in terms of, reinforcing the law, so to speak. But the government can be blamed also because they're not playing their role. Because tell me, for example, the other day we were talking about people who were being broken down because they build on the drainage line, right? There was more Ali were on the show here crying that they could not even get the land because people go build houses all on the land, they can't get through. Nowhere to even clean the drainages. So this thing here, we have to set an example. The government need to set an example. People need to go to jail for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will start taking serious notice. But every time we come and talk about it, it just like people will have a short memory. You just discuss the thing 1 week after 1 week ago, and you will never hear about it again. People go back to the same thing. We need to have a serious government that will keep the people's memory in check. You can't just discuss something 1 week, after 1 week, everything died down. Then people go their normal business, nothing happened. That's the kind of country we have over the years. We have not been able to implement our laws fully.
So Vasco,
I agree with you.
Do you agree, Vasco, that the government needs to start finding people and start? But what about these houses that are already built over these drainages? I mean, do they need to be broken down? And I mean, what are the solution to? What do you think that can be done with these
Look,
in this situation?
For me, I think you guys contradicting yourself here. On one hand, you say, on the other side, you say it's a natural disaster. Then you come back and say, oh, the people building houses and where they have those drainages and stuff. Look, I was born in our country. I lived over there up to 2017 before I came here. What happened? What we're seeing the few days or yesterday or today, I haven't seen that before. And it's been raining heavily in Liberia.
I got videos from 2022, 2021.
Yeah, the one I said
the same thing happening from Habel all the way. I got videos.
What we saw. I mean, what we saw today. Some of the community that we saw water in today, we haven't seen that before. We haven't seen that before. So
what is the
I don't
cause?
want people to come here and be saying the government should
So
go and
what would
break
you
down,
say is the
go
cause
and
if
break
it's
down
not the
people's
blockage
houses.
of the drainages?
You have a government who's supposed to even do their work. They're not even doing their work. Who's responsible to clean drainages in the country?
So Vasco, I got a question. When this government came to power, they just been there 5 months. When they came, they had a whole team cleaning the street, every drainage, every gutter, every part of trash in the street. Right away, in no time, those trash filled up again.
What stopped
What
them?
would you say? What?
What stopped them to continue the cleaning up?
Oh, nothing stopped them.
The cleanup was not something that was supposed to be for
let me tell you,
Vasco,
This was a volunteer service to clean the country for people that were coming into the country. And then to educate people that it's best for your environment to be clean than putting the dead in the drainages and the street. The whole point of people cleaning, when Liberians see people cleaning, right, they should know that you yourself are sitting in that area, you needed to be clean. Why go back and put the dead there?
You know, I can really enjoy you when the time reaches for you to talk that kind of thing. That today you know that now you know when you used to be higher, you used to call Koji Gucci Clan. So everything is saying now. All the Liberian people should be cleaning their own area, doing their work, doing their own.
We're not talking about MCC not doing their job.
Let him finish talking.
Listen,
that's the politics everywhere.
The National Disaster Management, that Europa is a waste. I don't even know what people say over there for. Even doing a job we are done. That place, I see one work they did. So I think now the other place that is created just to eat money. No plane. That Opa not putting no back out. That National Disaster Management area. I can't put it on from day one. Because if that area was functional enough, I don't know whether government can gain them money in their budget or they can allocate something good for them. But if that place was functional enough, I think we're going to be, getting themselves prepared. Because I know very well they know that June, a certain time in the rainy season, we're going to get huge or massive rain. So they will start to prepare themselves. But I didn't see that area working. I haven't seen that area working. Look today, other people passing the street. Did you see anybody from that agency? Nobody. I wouldn't mind Jabati I saw today saying we'll buy rest and give it to people. Nothing.
Thank you, Vasco.
I mean, that place is now, is there. My job we are town says here, I see that people working.
Thank you, Vasco. After you think public work, the Ministry of Public Work needs to be
the rescue now. The reason I'm talking now, the rescue.
So Vasco,
they need to rescue. They don't need to rescue.
I mean, Vasco. You know, when it comes to the politics, we can say whatever we want, but we have to be honest. Sometimes when we're talking about this kind of phenomenon that talking, you are saying here because the plenty arena for that prophecy and this and that. Whereas we have climate change in the place that affecting everybody.
Climate change can't come to Bureau. Climate change can't come to La Bureau.
So Vasco, we had calamity for the past 6 years too. So let's move on. After you think
where you had a calamity?
Hold on. Let me finish my thought. I want to ask a question. Let me
the Ministry of Public Works needs to be involved in these exercise too. Like zoning, telling people you're not allowed to build here and something. I mean, the public work is just there for just road building for the government, or are they there also to deal with public and kind of make sure people do the right thing, building the right way.
Public works is not only there just for road infrastructure. They are there for the designing of the country.
It doesn't look like
all it. Right. If you look at the other created the public work, it's not only for building road. All right. Unfortunately, we had bad governance in our country that will rule that place for over 27 years. and made the people to be so lazy and not doing the right thing. Then we fought among ourselves for another 20 years. We're not doing anything. We're just destroying. That is a consequence of a country where people fight and just destroy everything that they built. That the consequence we're having now today. This new generation here, it will take another 100 years. It will take another 100 years. We're ready to bring that 100 years down. Then we have to be ready to sacrifice, to really sacrifice as a people to bring development to our country. And I'm hoping that Mr. Baka will tie his waist to be ready. Because the yellow machine thing we're talking about, what it has to do with roll, and roll. Mr. Baka is very serious about roll. People will cry at the end of the day. Because if we're very serious about this unity, people will have to cry and sacrifice for the development of the country.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ghana, we can be making comparison with Ghana. We can say, look at Ghana. It took a Gerald Rawling to stand up to make Ghana what it is today. Okay? So we need a revolutionary leader in our country that will say, this is the vision that we have and we should go with it. I can give you an example. The late Thomas Sankara, when he became president for Burkina Faso, he said we will not take money from IMF. We will not go here and be borrowing money. We will make, in fact, he renamed the country and said, we are thinking men, we are thinking people. We can always reduce ourselves to other people and be showing our hand. 10 years. 10 years in our country. They made that in a period of 10 years. Burkina Faso, the people could make their own clothes.
Wow.
They could produce their own food. That's Thomas Sankara, the legacy he left there. That's the same thing. That's the same legacy the current president are there now. The one that did a coup. Today, he has picked up that legacy, and today now there's a great transformation taking place in Burkina Faso. It was interesting to know, says Ami, this is the first time in my lifetime to see people, a military ruler who took over the country. You see people join the street after he taking the country over. The people said, no, we want you to stay there. They said, no, we want you to stay there. That's the kind of revolutionary leader we need in our country. You know, I would say this is the vision we want to move. We move in this vision. I always remind you people on this show here about Lee Kuan Yew. When I say, I can say over. You see, Singapore today, it took strong men with high vision and intellect to make Singapore a bastion of the marketplace in Asia. Singapore, that was called third world, today is first world. It's part of the richest nations in the world. Over there, we get all the natural resources, but yet we are poor. We are poor in the infrastructure. We are poor in our minds. We don't think right. You know, so sometimes when I sit down as a person and having this exposure and look at my country, I feel very, very bad.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you. Go ahead, Vasco.
Yeah, let me close now. Let me close like this.
When Vinny can our closing first. I become Vasco to reply to me.
But go ahead.
You want close?
No, you
go ahead.
I want to reply to Vasco. You can reply to me. I'm okay with you replying to me. Say nothing here will give us ample time to close. At least maybe one person can get 3 minutes or so.
Go ahead.
So I listened
go ahead.
I listened to Spoon today. Tonight was a great discussion. I listened to Spoon today and I heard CEO said that, you know, why wouldn't Thomas Fala be there? George Weah made him. I disagree totally. I think Honorable Fala is better off without CDC. I think he's a good lawmaker. But some people, because of their affiliation with CDC, it takes away the ability for people to see who they truly are. And Thomas Fala is one of that example. Same thing with Funati Kofa. The type of leadership both of them have exhibited in the House so far is good. It means they're heading towards the right direction. And the CDC party do not want that to happen. What they want is the House should be in confusion. It should be as if they're in war because CDC is not in charge of the executive mansion right now. But I keep saying it. It should not, if I was a seditious, it should not take my party leader being in the House of Executive to make my life better. When the max majority of my lawmaker representative are more in the House than any other party, what are they doing? That's where they will show that they mean well for y'all. If CDC is coming back to say that they want to take power again, that they will do this for y'all, they will do that for y'all. You guys can start seeing it right now. Why not? But being that they do not want this government to succeed, giving them the opportunity to come and fool y'all, so they rather y'all stay where y'all are. They don't want y'all to have the ability to exceed in your lives, in your individual life, because then y'all will know that there are better things ahead for y'all. But they want y'all to be dependent on them. Because CDC have more lawmakers right now, they can push for things that would benefit the sedition. Forget all the other librarians. Y'all just say, y'all tell them to push for things that would benefit seditions. But instead, Vasco want the speaker to focus on things such as George Weah using the executive lounge to travel, where he going enter in plane anyway. Joseph Barker was not in power. He used the regular lounge. You guys took a picture all around here, said they were rushing him to the hospital during the campaign. It wasn't a problem. There are more important things going on in the country. Things that concerns the Liberian people that should be addressed. But you guys are compelling this man to pay attention to such thing as George Weah being able to enter the lounge, and you the party militant song not being able to play on radio. Those are not what the Liberian people are focused on right now. But I think Thomas Fowler is better off without CDC. Like I said, he's a better lawmaker without the CDC. CDC is taking away his shine. If anybody thinks that Thomas Fowler needs CDC in order to succeed, they're lying, because the election can show you that he did absolutely amazing for the CDC in Lofa Kante. And I think Funati Kofatu should not be deterred by what Akaras is saying, because he's better off without CDC. Until CDC can rebrand, until CDC can take away all the militancy, all the childishness of playing Lulu. Nobody said party cannot have fun events, but they are not serious. There is absolutely nothing that Vasco can tell me that was his take from today's event. Nothing special happened. Nothing new happened. There was no assurance given to the Liberian people that they are a serious party and they mean well for the Liberian people. So I don't think Funatikova should be worried about CDC removing him. And Musa Belete will be Musa Belete. He is on a mission. He is trying to get the attention of the Liberian people by any means necessary, and he would use the public platform everywhere he speak. He will speak according to what people want to hear. He comes on spoon and gets the attention of the Unity partisan to make himself look good. He go to CDC, make himself look good. He go on other platform, would ANC or partisan make itself local because he have a bigger plan ahead and he would do anything to get to where he want to get to. Thank you.
Go ahead, Vesper.
Yeah, I think comprehension is a serious problem to so many rescue people.
I can comprehend. I can comprehend.
I don't say your name, Marie.
I'm
Marie, let the man talk, please. Let
I
the
didn't say
man.
Marie.
And have
I
the
just said
ability
make
to
comprehension
comprehend.
thing.
So I will answer Vasco.
Vasco, you are protected. You are protected.
Now
I
Marie
will
wanted to
answer him
talk before I
today.
talk.
I have the highest level of
Marie, I didn't say
comprehension
you. I said rescue
that
people.
you can imagine.
You part of the rescue, Bishop?
Boy, yes, I supported the rescue, and I
You
still
supported
do
or you don't member of the rescue
and
team.
I still do
So
support
you're
them
not
because
part of
I
it.
mean well
Let
for
me
my
late.
country.
Marie, that Vasco.
You
This
may
comprehension
continue.
issue is one of the major issues that are affecting the rescue people. Because we organize our own program. We say we're having Mediterranean Day. And then Mediterranean Day will have sporting activities. What into this thing that people simple understanding, people can understand. They say, what are you take for the program today? And what are you supposed to be doing there? We will play that thing on all the radio stations for you to understand the simple English. Then you're asking, what we talk for the program today. Okay, let me tell you what we talk for the program today. What we talk for the program today was the reawakening of our party. We call our partisans to celebrate them, and they show up today with all the ring and whatsoever in the country today. That is the mighty CDC. That is who we are. So I know today bring a troubling day for you, but no problem. And let me say something to. I hear you talking about the legislature days and CDC got more law because look, we have the three branches of government. Once the three branches of government don't collaborate, they don't work together, there will always be problem. No one branch of government will be able to solve the problem in that country. So they have to work together. You understand? We know the function of the lawmaker, the legislative branch. You're supposed to know those people function. Okay? They make laws and they have oversight to checkmate the executive. If you want a country to function good and you want a country to work for the people, the executive also play a major role. When you have this executive that's supposed to go to the lower house and talk to them and tell them, say, look, we want to do this. Let all of us sit down around this table and see whether this thing is good for the country. That's why they say everybody have their own workings. But once you collaborate and work together, things will be okay. So the lower house alone cannot solve any problem for the Liberian people. Look at what your executive is doing right now. Do you think the guys in the lower house know that? They want to hear in that 285 machine coming. But they know very well there is a procedure that the executive need to follow. And for your information, the boss is going back. I got a video I put in the chat room. The bosses are spotted tonight in Imakante.
They told us before you told us, we know.
The
we
bosses
know
go back again. But because the Liberian people keep our noise, because we told you that our ratty bosses were bringing to the country. The same thing with the ratty yellow machine. This thing, the executive know it very well, but they are damaging all the laws, violating the laws of the land. Fanatikova got angry a few days. He said, if they continue to behave this way, he will shut the lower house down. You're pushing into the wall. And when we tell you that, let me tell you what they're doing. We know very well the United Party don't have the power to get a speaker out. They don't have it. What they're doing, they're trying to suppress the lower house. when you suppress the lower house, even the sedition and support Fanatic Kofa, they will start to go against Fanatic Kofa. Because it's Fanatic Kofa, they want for Fanatic Kofa to be the one to get to the executive. He has the power. If the executive don't want to comply, don't want to seek the welfare of the lower house, Fanatic Kofa should be the one speaking. But if he keep quiet and then people continue to suppress the lower house, his own people, his own citizens will go against him. And this is what the executive trying to do. This is what they want to do. That's what we're giving him the caveat now. You better speak now. You the tell me, come in our country, you have the power. Don't sit down and allow the hustler.
Thank you, Vasco.
To come and supersede the activity of the lower house. And I mean, end up ability. 1 minute, I mean, please. No, like I said, ability don't need nobody. What ability is there in disrespect? Even the Prince Josie.
That's what I mean. I get a feedback.
Yeah, I think that Marie put that thing. She finished talking and so she put her music on. Yeah. But when I let me hear Raya because you know they get it. They know that me talking, so they put music on. They put a story on the you know that you even know that. I will just stop right here because when I keep talking, you might the next one will turn it on loud. So I stop it right here. I mean, thank you. Thank you for the show.
Nobody put anything on. Mary is muted.
Let me do my closing. Let me do my closing.
No, I don't unmute. I was saying answer you so you can say, let me just stop talking because my talking hurting you.
Let me know my sister Mary is a very intelligent woman and I appreciate her coming here to share her thoughts. But I like to disagree with her, you know, when she tried to do the comparison between you know, Speaker Kofa and Representative Fala. I think Representative Fala is in power today because they raped the country and he was able to use the money to run campaign in Lofa County. If you really believe that Representative Fala could you know offset the election, he would have stayed in Montserrat County and run for the third time. Let's see. Unfortunately, he knows that he had not done much for the people of District 5. He run away and go Lofa County. The same tactics that my own man, Edwin Snow did. He followed the blueprint. He followed Edwin Snow blueprint to go to Lofa County to run. You know, on the other hand, I think Speaker Kofa is doing a great job. He's showing a great leadership, and I think we should give him his flower. I think this is the kind of leadership we want in our country. It's not. It should not be about your self-aggrandizement, like people's ability. You know, look, Speaker Kofa in a short period of time has distinguished himself from the CDC spell. You know, that just to make George Weah the only reflection in the party. There is no other leader in the party but George Weah. So I can tell you for sure, the guys in the CDC going to catch hard time with Speaker Fanatic Kofa because he is intelligent, he knows how to go across, and I believe that the fact that he has distinguished himself, he's not going to bring that bar down. He has set the bar high for himself in terms of leadership. And I believe that the people on the other side, I mean, I'm talking about the rescuers, all of them, they have developed some level of respect, high respect for Fanatic Kofa, because he's someone who is willing to you know, have some level of compromise when it comes to serious decision making in the country, you know, and putting his own self, you know, political agenda down to make sure that the country succeed. And that's the kind of leadership we're hoping that he will continue to push forward for, and not listen to people like Akaras Gray, who is a loser, you know, and try to threaten his solidification, so to speak. You know, so I think it's a good thing for Mr. Kofa to continue on the trajectory that he's on. to kind of bring some sanity to the CDC. Because I tell you for sure, the guys in the CDC, they gangsterize the party. The party is supposed to be an institution with strong voice. The party is supposed to be an institution where you find strong men. You can't make a party that just is surrounded only around one man. When the man is not there, then nothing can be done. And if Fonati will want to stay with the CDC, he needs to tread on that trajectory to make sure that the CDC become a vibrant institution. Institution, not a vibrant reaction. No. We want CDC to be competitive. We want CDC to be a party that can represent the country. And in doing so, they have to stand up and restructure the party to make it a vibrant institution that will have strong voice, that will keep the government feet to fire. We don't want to have a CDC where people will go to the party headquarters and just be there all day, munya, zekwe, the poor barrel and be dancing around. I think the Sacrament tree is supposed to be a place of rejuvenation, where people can go and be baptized and have salvation. Unfortunately, the guys see the Sacrament tree to be a place where people can go do meditancy. It's unfortunate because the last time I checked, when Jesus visited Zacchaeus at the Sacrament tree, there was a transformation. Unfortunately, the guys under the Sacrament tree don't want to be transformed. They want to keep the same old mindset. And if we are to go to 2029 and see CDC as a bigger political party, there is a need for a serious overhaul of that party. George Weah should not just be a reflection in the party and that's it. No. He has played his part, and I think if the guys in the CDC are really ready for state power, George Weah should not be an arrowhead. I think Fanatic Kofa, with what he's doing now, he can be a better alternative come 2029 for the CDC because he's a man who he's agile. He knows how to go across, the aisle to talk to people, and he can listen as well. Now, on the issue of our, the disaster that's taking place in our country, my sister, the question you asked whether the public work need to do more. I think the public work ministry need to do more. We need to make sure that the laws of the land are followed, especially when it comes to zoning. You and I have property in Marshall. Look at Marshall territory. You go to Marshall today, that flat land, people just building anyway, anyhow. That land is going straight to our international airport. That place is supposed to be laid out. Before you build house over there, you're supposed to have a permit from the government. The government need to tell you what kind of structure to put there because it's becoming the face of the country. Absolutely. The kind of structure that's going on in Marshall and the shoveling belt now becoming the face of the country. Moreover, finish. If the government is not serious to do anything about what we're talking about here in the next 10 to 15 years, Marshall, shoveling, all those small towns along the Robertson International Highway will tend to Monrovia, will be just like Monrovia, where there'll be no way to pass. You'll not find street again. People will be building anywhere, including the waterway. The same problem we're facing Monrovia will start facing the same problem over there. But we just hope that our people are listening and they will take the right measure into place. Thank you so much.
Thank you. 1 second, let me see. Nelson,
where are you? We gotta go. You can call Nelson. We need to go.
Okay.
Nelson sleeping. We gotta go. I'll see you.
No, you gotta wait though. Y'all can want so long. When they want to see that it happen, you want to run away. You gotta wait. Nelson, Nelson is here today. He'll be here soon. So he was on the phone. Yeah, so my on the low 2 cent, I'm not too, concerned about the whole CDC thing, because I know like when people are they're aware of what good looks like now, and we haven't had it. I know the ones that are still in the country that never left, they don't know what good looks like. They always think Georgia was the best thing that ever happened because they never seen the best before. But hopefully, social media and the internet can help them out, right? To show them what best looks like, right? So coming from George Weah, and it according to them, oh God, 1 second, Nelson. Après, continue. Ti eduqué a people on the Junish.
Well, I do not have any expertise when it comes to waste management, and when it comes to that. But what we can say to our people is that we have come a long way. It's time that we take our country very seriously if we want to be respected around here. So for some other God has given the opportunity to travel out of Liberia and hear and see what the other people on the other side are serious about. When you get down to the airport, you can know that the people are serious. From the airport, I'm just talking about entering the city, just from the airport. It will tell you that serious people are around here. But go to our country, when you get to the airport, you know that people are serious. The airport alone can tell you that people are serious. So we have come a long way. It's about time that we take our country business seriously, no matter where you are sitting on the political spectrum. We have to think Liberia, build Liberia together. No one foreigner will build our country. It will take all of us, Liberians, whether you are in the diaspora or you are home in Liberia. It will take all of us. It will take the efforts of every one of us to be able to, build our country together. It will not be about politics. It will not be about I'm a sedition or I'm a reaction or I'm a unity party. I'm a UPs, I'm a AAC person, I'm a Liberty Party, and the rest of it. It will take us to come together to make our country a better place. Monrovia right now is very crowded. Everybody wants to live in Monrovia because this is where all the opportunities are. We are also encouraging our government to, decentralize, the government function, because I believe strongly when the government is decentralized, superintendents are given power by the people. Development will be forced to happen in those different places. You will not be waiting for one county development fund to have maybe 10 lawmakers sitting down on one table thinking about how much money you can get for that particular setting before you all talk about one project. That is one of the things that killing our country. You have one executive power that's supposed to make decisions in all of the counties, in all the 15 counties. It's ridiculous. We are now in the 21st century where development is very much key. No country can move forward without development. And if you have to do that, you have to decentralize the government. Elected positions have to be given to the town chief, the superintendent, the paramount chief. All these people have to contribute. Our superintendents are afraid because they don't want to be they don't want to do anything that will upset the president. So once they do that, before you go low, president say you fire. The president say you fire. At the end of the day, they can't take that position. But if those positions were elected positions where the superintendent is being accountable to the people that he represents, development will be forced to take place, because he will tell the people the president is not working in line. He will tell the person is not good president, or we are shooting vote for him. And that will bring development to our country. So we just hope that we can change some of the laws that we have on our books to really decentralize the way the government is supposed to function. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Marie, you got some education to do. I can't hear you. Marie? Okay. Alfred, I think I'm talking to you, Marie. Is she hearing me? Am I mute? Am I muted at me? Did Alfred just leave us? Marie, can you hear me?
Delivery.dhl.com. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, I was asking if you had something else to say, because nothing just.
No, I think
everybody be.
Oh, we have to wait.
Yeah. So, what was I saying earlier? Yeah, about the drainages and stuff, right? This is I know people don't when they already in it, you don't want to say, oh,
of course, let's go say and we'll get one more time to be talking to them all the time.
I know. No, the people who always crying for time, oh, you call me, oh, you see what happened?
Yeah,
when something like this happen, they all get off and leave, and then leave everybody in there. But wait, I got something for them. Watch. And then like to be talking after I run away with leak on you. Vasco too ran away. You went. I hope nothing coming soon. I know somebody said, please say something. Mom. So okay, I would say something. I would say something about the junior system and the same, but after I already talked about it, so I don't want to sound, it's about people knowing what to do and not always thinking that the government has to be the one to do everything, and people like intentionally, like in a community, they will tell you family members are there to stay. You will see these people doing this stuff when you tell them, they say, oh, that government property, that government road, that government this, that government that. But mind you, look at what's going on right now. We're not saying that this could have been avoided. You don't know if your drainages or whatever, those things, and not building over the sewage system and all that. These things, like, they can easily sometimes be avoided, and not always thinking that we're doing something to somebody else indirectly, and sometimes directly you're doing it to yourself. So we have to always keep that in mind, and let this be some of the lesson that we learn from that. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. So that's bad. So yeah, so we have to keep that in mind.
What
and
the guys?
what's going on.
What all the guys?
No,
yeah, love, but they make it.
Now, saying this is why I was saying the people who always want all the time in the world to talk. The moment these things happen,
All
they
they
will
say, we got all the
be
time to talk to them now, but the other people run away.
Wow. Wow.
I know, Natalie. He was sleeping. Yeah, so
No,
when they
I
come
wasn't
in and be,
sleeping.
oh,
I had technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say, okay, go ahead.
No, we were just educating the people on this sewage system, because we see what's going on is bad off. Is really, really, people like here, we say it happened here. It happened here. These people have help, right?
Snooze is crazy.
these people have help when it happened to them here, right? The natural disaster, whatever, they help them out. When they're homeless, when they got all these things. But our people, our continent, we don't have that luxury.
And
so we don't like those things happening to our people. That's why all the time we try to educate them, but sometimes when we're
Exactly.
talking, they say that America, not Africa, America, you don't bring it. Yes, we try to not bring it there because we want to keep you. America got help. You don't have help. It happening to you now. You and your family in it. So I hope there's be some of the lessons that we learn from this and try to do better going on and try to keep our surrounding clean and stuff. Everybody
But
laughing at me.
what's the news with the yellow machine? It was supposed to have arrived in the country yesterday. What's going on?
Yeah, was that true?
The information minister confirmed the arrival of the arrival of yellow machines.
But the ship not that yet. The ship came around and CEO said.
We'll do more follow up. We'll do more follow up.
The ship did not dock. It had to turn around because another ship was there.
More follow up on the yellow machine. But,
there's no such thing.
Yeah. Thanks to our folks out there. We know we usually have our after show, but I want to say thanks to our folks out there. I think it's been a great time. We appreciate everyone for their input. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you all, Natalie, Mohammed, Noosh. Thank you for staying better.
No sleep, wake up, but no collect your money.
Kano, all of you guys.
You know, I had technical issue, and yes, but thanks to you, Marie. Thanks to
you. All your men,
yeah, I don't know why. Alfred neglected you guys. He left. Vasco went. Charles, who the guy would think he will hold the ground to, he left.
Charles always running the moment he does his closing. I think we need to have a little meeting and put him on the small bench for that.
Charles will always be the last person to close. But I want to say thanks to everyone, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Great show. We look forward to being here tomorrow.
And everyone.
Yeah.
You're a rock star.
Thanks to